Yeah, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world, I greet you all and I welcome you all to another episode of the shenanigans that is going on at the African Union. Hey, according to Aisha Yusuf, we said, like I copy this word from her. We're gonna hear what in Nigerian government they tell African Union after discarding the petition that the Biafra Republic government in exile wrote to the commission. They said Biafra is illegitimate. Nigeria tells African Union. And Simon Ekpa come out to contest them, say, now they go see the one way past Biati. Say, make on a wait. Even as I'm talking to you now, Levi Uzoku, who happens to be the leader council to that effect, have already written another message. In fact, now it don't extend them to ECOWAS, to United Nations, and also to Europe, where care to listen about this matter, where they go on at the African Union. Anyway, my people, I would like you to listen to this voice, and we will come back again to choose in between the lines of the comment sections, where we go dissect the whole thing, where our people think concerning this matter. Anyway, we're going to listen to him. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. Here are the real news that you need to hear this Saturday morning. Don't forget, today happens to be the 28th day in the month of September, and in the year of 2024. So now here we will start our day, and I hope you will enjoy this one while we prepare for other Ubonga news that are going to bring to you this Saturday morning.
Justice up and down. Just take a look at what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is no more prosecution, it is now persecution. So if you lost an election in Edo State, and if you are going to lose an election in Ondo State, and if APC is going to take over Anambra State, Delta, in fact, if APC is going to take over all the whole 36 states of Nigeria without being fair, with injustice, just take a look at what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You would think that injustice, somewhere you will be free of that injustice. When you turn your face away from injustice that is happening to your brother or to your neighbor, you think that this injustice will not come to knock at your doorstep. That is what is happening in Nigeria today. Nnamdi Kanu going to the court on the 24th of September 2024 is another testament that the country has decided to persecute, not prosecute, this certain individual that has called for the rights of his people, despite the subjugation, despite the inhuman treatment that the IPOB has received over the years. I saw some people complaining about Nigeria's democracy, that it is this, it is that. The IPOB has seen this a long time ago. He has seen that the Nigerian project cannot work. This has been ascertained and concluded in the mind of an average Igbo man. Everything every Nigerian, every other Nigerian, or every other Edo, every other Delta person, every other person is experiencing in Nigeria today, the IPOB, the Igbo man, has experienced it more than 100 times. So it is not new to us that we have been suffering, both locally and internationally. What happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be taken as an example to what is going to happen to every other Nigerian under this APC government. Protesters will protest and they'll be charged with treason. I've not heard that one before. But it is okay, because when Nnamdi Kanu was going through all these things, you were going to, some few people open your mouth and said he's a this, is that. Enjoy it under the APC government. All of us will collect. Simon Ekpa came with a report. Simon Ekpa, Bergie leader, came with a report that the Nigerian government is stopping the bid for Biafra's independence at the African Union, Organization of African Unity, African Union Congress. Nigeria is blocking the bid for Biafra the independence. The African Union, they were alerted, they were informed on Biafra's wanting out of the Nigerian project, Nigerian field project. But Nigerian government, who has a secretary at the African Union, who is a lady, she's a Nigerian, blocked that bid, frustrated the bid for the African Union to look at these documents, the plea for the Biafran people to have their own country. Do you want us to be in the same country with all these things that are happening? It is not possible. The only agitation, the only movement that will stand the test of time, it is the IPOB movement. The Oduduwa Congress, Oduduwa Nation, championed by Sonny Igboho, did not really last that long, although it was political. Some of us said it was political. And it happened quickly after Tinubu got the presidency. All of a sudden, the whole thing, they had to turn it over. And Sonny Igboho is no more talking again. Nobody is clamoring for Yoruba nation. I interviewed somebody, that somebody said, the reasons why, I repeat, the reasons why this government is calling for unity is because that at a point in time, they are the president. At this point in time, there is a president. If they did not win the presidency, they will have clamored for Yoruba nation. So the Biafra agitation is the only agitation as recognized by the world, locally and internationally, that is standing the test of time. And this is what Nigerians need to look at, because at the end of the day, nothing will come out from your plea and cries. Tinubu is going to continue in the office 8 years. I heard that some people are saying opposition, they are merging this one and this one, APC and Labour Party and PDP. All this is just a waste of time. Look at what happened in Imo State. The will of the people is not necessary in this particular government. It is not about your votes. It's about those that can pull your vote, those that can control your vote. I repeat again, look at what Wike did in Yoruba State. He divided the state. For the governorship election, he made sure PDP won the governorship. And still, in the same election, presidential election, he made sure the APC won. If the APC were to be so popular, why is it that they did not win both the governorship, and why is it that the PDP did not lose both the governorship and the presidential, but yet the APC had to win the presidential, and for the governorship, PDP won the governorship? This is just the first time it is happening in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. So APC is not concerned about your votes. They are concerned about those that can manipulate and pull those votes towards them. That's why you see them, they have this situation room. Obaseki was like an orphan, while some of these APC guys had access into the situation room. INEX suspended coalition at a point in time when PDP was leading, and after all of a sudden, when the coalition time, after some hours, what was happening within those hours that they suspended coalition? PDP was leading as announced by the PDP governors and from the charts. All of a sudden, while uploading it to IRF, it became another story entirely. Is this the government you want an Igbo man to be part of? We are for justice, fairness, integrity. We are not for the kind of governance, the political structure that is being, the political governance that is being played by especially the North and the Southwest. And when I talk about the Southwest, I'm talking about the Arab Yorubas, those that are from the Arab enclave, those that are supporting a feudal system. If you look at the North, the Fulani that have ruled the country, they are kind of feudalists.
Hey, my name is Prince.
Forget about democracy. Nobody is doing democracy in Nigeria. When you look at the Yoruba that are ruling this country, they are from the kind of feudalists. This feudalist system will not favor anybody. So the high time people and Nigerians open their eyes to the reality that the cause that the IPB are fighting for is a genuine cause. We have said release Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody is going to listen to that because everybody has their agenda. Buhari had no intention of releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu also has no intention of releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is suited for political purposes for Tinubu. I repeat again and repeat. he's going to use him as a negotiation. He's going to use him on the negotiation table for his 2027 presidential ambition. If it goes south with the North, if the North wants to misbehave, there's a standby person who is Nnamdi Kanu that will help scatter the country if nobody wants Tinubu to get second term. That's why I said, when you look at the permutations and the calculations, some of us are seated here and you think that we don't know what we're doing. Some of us are seated here and you think that these guys, what kind of, what do you know about politics? You're a small boy. You're this, you're that. I've done prediction and prediction. I've understudied. You see, events, history is bound to repeat itself. History is bound to repeat itself. So I've done studies, I've done research, and I've seen Nigeria where it's headed. The Naira is likely to get to 2,000 Naira. Yes, that is a trend that we are getting to now. When the likes of the finance minister and the central bank governor were speaking English up and down, some people were saying, keep your dollars. Others were saying, don't keep your dollars. Dollar will become useless in no distant time. At the end of the day, what happened? Those that kept their dollars are benefiting. Those that sold their dollars are regretting. And who are those that have advised you to keep your dollars? They are the Nigerian Minister of Finance and Central Bank Governor. And some of these APC Malam, APC goats. So we are not saying things because of emotion. We are saying this because of this is what is needed. The Nigerian people need to understand that the Nigerian system does not work for the average Nigerian. It works for the elite. I don't know how you understand it. And start thinking on how you will reshape your mind, looking for a way out. And that way out is restructuring. And whatever restructuring is to you, whether it's Oduduwa, whether it's Arewa, whether it's Biafra, whether it is regionalism, restructuring is the key. Restructuring is the key. The Igbo man has been ahead of others in this thing about Nigeria, this project. So the Nigerian government, you are blocking this petition that Biafra has put forward at the African Union. To what end? That Biafra is not going to have... See, there's an ideology that can never be destroyed. Just like how the APC that we have now waited for a point in time when PDP had a weak governor, a weak president, a weak leader, and they used the opportunity to strike. APC achieved their aim. So Biafra is an ideology, my brother. You can't stop it. Fulani Islamization and conquest did not start today. It started a long time ago. No government, no power has been able to stop it. The idea of Fulani conquest. Look at the time of Alimi and AFONJAS. Look at what happened. Since then, they had this conquest mentality. They had all conquered part of African countries. They have been in Nigeria, and when you look at history, you have been hearing of Fulani conquering 100, 200 years ago. So that ideology has not been defeated by any force. So is it the IPOB, the Biafran ideology? The Biafran ideology you want to conquer? You see, Biafra is going to come into fruition. In our time, not in our time, it is going to come into fruition. And I see it coming in my time. I have my opinions, you have your opinions. Somebody did commented on one of my posts. He said that the American government will support Nigeria because Nigeria is very important to them. That if we are calling for Biafra, it's a waste of effort, a futile, walalala. I will not sit down here. I see people denigrate my tribe. I never subscribed to be. It was never in my plan to choose where I'm going to be from. I found myself to become an Igbo man, and I am very proud to become an Igbo man. In the midst of any diversity, anywhere I go, I put my head up as an Igbo man. People are very cautious. They admire me. They are amazed at the kind of human being that God has made me to be. I repeat, if you see Igbo man or an Igbo man that is educated, that is traveled, he's like a demigod. educated, that is traveled, that is experienced, is like a demigod. What comes out of his mouth is wisdom. The intelligence that these people brew every second and minute needs to be studied. So I'm proud to be an Igbo man. So I will not be here when people are bent on destroying my culture, my identity, and who I am, and what I'm standing for. No. For the fact that there's an American society somewhere that wants to capture Nigeria, they want to pillage Nigeria, they want to use Nigeria as a gunje. Because of that, I should not look at agitating for a Biafra. What does that mean? What are the things that are impossible? It is men that make history. When we make history, let me hear your comment. I'm not looking at whether December 2nd or 9th Biafra is going to do this. That I'm telling you that despite, irrespective of the obstacles we are facing, we forge ahead. We forge ahead. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu will not be released by Tinubu. I told you, Tinubu is going to use him as a pawn. They are looking for ways to limit us, looking for ways to destroy us economically, our involvement in government, bringing us down. In which Igbo leader is relevant in today's Nigeria, except for a Peter B, which the APC government has taken it as a duty to denigrate him. Which Igbo leader? Look at Ojizo Kalu, Okorocha. Ojizo Kalu is saying that things are difficult for him. Leaders that have influence, Okorocha, Ojizo Kalu, and Peter B. Which other person comes? If not, you start calling names and names. Fire is dead. Which other politician, Soludo, that is losing relevance by the day? Where do you see Igbo think tanks? Where are these men? Their relevance in Nigeria. Nigeria wants to kill the identity, wants to kill the prowess, wants to kill the thing that God has deposited in an Igbo man. Nigerian government, the Nigerian society, the Nigerian system wants to suppress it. And we'll sit down and look at such a person like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he talks, look at the brilliance, look at the illumination that comes out from when he opens his mouth to speak. Look at the illumination. Those days he was doing broadcast. I was still working in a media house. So every evening I would just sit down and wait for him to do his broadcast. And when he says what he says, he's captivating the minds of so many Biafrans all over the world. So if you are telling me that because of an American government that doesn't want Biafra to come into reality or actualization, that would now make me stop agitating, stop asking for my freedom, for my right, for justice and equity. So asking for justice and equity is to be involved in the Nigerian system, to play the politics that the Yorubas were playing with Abiola. And the woman is not wired or structured like that. We are wired to take the bull by the horn. And the bull is that we have seen that Nigeria is a failed state. It has not worked for the people. That's why we have said it's a failed state. It is working for the people, in quotes, the elite, Nigerian leaders, politicians, and those that are in power. They are cronies. That is what Nigeria. Look at. We went for a protest, and the protesters were looking hungry, haggard, and dirty. While the politicians that came to address the protesters, you see how they are fresh like baby. The economy is not even affecting them. Nothing is affecting them. Everybody just go there and find ways to position himself, to loot from the commonwealth of the country, eat, sleep, carry women, and the life of the average Nigerian is getting useless. Things are going up every day. No direction, no way forward. All we have is postulations, English, lies, manipulations. They have been lying since 1960. I've said it before. These people with their professionalism, with we sabi play politics. We can play politics. Can you play politics? Politics is not. Politics is that. Politics is this. With all your political know-how, you cannot fix electricity. You could not fix road network with all the billions, trillions that even the UK was shocked and said Nigerian politicians are fantastically corrupt. You cannot fix anything, and you are pride. Labour Party does not know how to play politics. Let them teach you how to play politics. So somebody that knew how to play politics, he has destroyed the country economically, and people are living in oblivion. You are living in a fantasy world, and you want an able man to now accept that reality. We are not accepting the reality. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. That is our point of call at this point in time. You see, it is high time we don't say what we are going to do anymore. We just put a direction where our mind is. Our mind is releasing that guy, and let the Southeast see development, not even from the Nigerian government, because over the years they have been calling on the Nigerian government to develop the Southeast. Nobody. So now we don't even need you. We are not stressing the Nigerian government for peace to reign in the Southeast. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because there needs to be development in the Southeast by Southeasterners. We need to look inward and equip our people. If the Nigerian government would not equip our people, we have the capability to equip our people and ourselves. We are very, very distinct, special human beings. You don't compare an Igbo man with a Yoruba or a Fulani. These people are different people. We know that the Nigerian government wants to kill that ingenuity, that thing in us. But you are not going to, you know, fit now. You know, fit. Every woman born of an Igbo parent, anybody born of an Igbo parent is a special breed. Just that they want to disfigure their destiny. No. Look at what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Despite the persecution, not persecution, he comes out bright and shining. He comes out illuminated. If you are still believing in the Nigerian project, enjoy it. I've told you what will happen. The economy will not get better. They will tell you stories, manipulation and lies. Tinubu will find every means to keep himself in power. It's all about him staying for 8 years. It's not about you getting the dividends of, in quotes, what Nigeria says is in practice, which is democracy. You don't practice democracy. You practice something that is not explainable. Enjoy the injustice. Enjoy the unfair treatment. Enjoy the ojoro and manipulation, electoral fraud, the embezzlement, the corruption. Enjoy it while it lasts. But must release Nnamdi Kanu.
I don't hear and finish. Oh, my brothers and sisters. This one, you never give me mouth to talk about. Anyway, let us take some comments. Said Joseph America said, when you refuse to speak against the injustice orchestrated against a person, it will surely get back to you. Time will tell. That's exactly what the Beninese are suffering today. The injustice on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and those ones, those Biafrans who have been in prison unjustly. When it happened, everybody was calling Biafrans like Biafran like this, Biafran rascals, Biafrans terrorists. Now, the same people is now standing for you now when they are charging your own so-called protesters for treasonable felony, just simply because they went out to protest with their placards. Insensible government. Simon Ozeduru said, my brother, may God Almighty bless you immensely. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will surely be released, and Biafra will surely be restored in our time. According to John Chukwu said, Biafra is legitimate. Nigeria has expired. Now, illegitimate oppression of we Biafrans can't be forever. God bless Biafra and all lovers of freedom worldwide. Igbo is blessed. This one is Samuel Eheduro. And according to Obi Agocha said, Igbo race are people who love progress, development. A travelers has wisdom more than white-headed person. At Hope Chikachuku said, God bless you, Exian Chuku, bless Biafran, remains a sacrosanct, whether they like it or not. And according to Hassan Tasso, who said, my dear brother, continue to educate zoo political fools. Only one day will give us our freedom, desires. Keep it up, and God bless you and every Biafran. In fact, you are real Nwafo Igbo. You Nwafo. Moving forward, though, this one is at Obiageri said Nigeria with an expired amalgamation is talking about legitimacy. Not true. Since 104 years ago, it have expired. Kentucky said you are 100% right. Okudile Okazuru said, Christian, you are so right. Nobody can stop the birth of Biafra. Nigeria can fool some people sometimes, but they can't fool all the people all the time. And according to Samuel or my brother David, he said, please, anybody here have a phone number of this our brother broadcasting? He is doing a good job. I need to speak to him. And the last but not the least, Aloy Chike said, well spoken, my people. Now here we go take back breaky. Happy Saturday once again to you all. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. I say remain your one and the only Kemesiano.